Welcome to the Moonflower Path Podcast. This space is for the highly sensitive, the creatives, the earth-loving, the caregivers, the weirdos, the feelers, the change makers, and dreamers of the world. Here, we are all about guiding you to trust your body intuition so you can find home and shift culture. Through the exploration of somatic practice, self-care, and seasonal ritual, my hope is that you will be inspired to be in harmony with yourself and in a dance with the earth. I'm your host, Carolyn, and I'm so honored and grateful to be here with you today. Hello, dear Moonflower, and welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is going to be a short and sweet one because I am deep in prep mode for you, dear Moonflower. Next Monday on April 17th, the doors officially open to the Moonflower Path Community Space. It is happening! I am so incredibly proud of this space, this resource, this sacred offering, and I am so grateful for all of the folks who have been here along for the ride in terms of kind of encouraging me and your response to the podcast and your response to the new business name. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It feels really encouraging, and it feels like I'm not doing this alone, and it feels like we're creating this together. So that feels really special. I know that this new space, I know it like in the depths of my soul, my spirit, my heart. I know that this new resource, this community space, will be supportive. I know it will help you along your path of being a moonflower, and I really, really want you to be a part of this, not for my sake, but for your own sake, because I believe in the power of what it is that we're doing. So in light of that, the words that I'm sharing here come from a Instagram post titled "One Dream I Have for the World." There is a countdown happening over on Instagram leading us up to the day that the doors open for the community space. So if you're wanting to follow along for the countdown, because I'm sharing a few posts that have some really, really helpful resources in them as we count down the days until the day the doors open, then hop on over to Instagram and follow along. But for today, I'll share with you the words from the post titled "One Dream I Have for the World." If you've been following along in these podcast episodes or in the newsletter or on the Instagram posts or the YouTube videos for the past few days, few weeks, few months, you've probably picked up on my passion for this work. This is truly why I think my soul chose to put on this bodysuit and spend some time on this earth at this time. As much as I am a sensitive, creative, and earth-loving soul, I'm also extroverted, social, pretty sassy, and quite confident. And I believe that those combined skills gives me the unique ability to stick my elbows out in this harsh world, go out and find the self-care practices, tools, and rituals that can help us sensitive folk, and come back to you and say, "Here you go, lovely. I've come back from the big scary world to our cozy little corner of the world, having harvested what you might need to also be able to go out in that big scary world, ready to make a change and show them how compassion, collaboration, cooperation, intuition, and magic can heal the pain in the world." My dream is that through creating more safe and sacred spaces for feelers to learn how to care for themselves as well as thrive, will empower more folks to tap into their unique and magical selves and show up 100% as themselves and lovingly take on the world. So that's it. I meant it. Short and sweet episode. So stay tuned. In next week's episodes, the doors will be open. The invitation will be offered to you to come and be a founding member. Next week's episode is going to be a little bit more of an information episode. So I'm going to break down the different tiers found in the new membership space, how each tier has been constructed, how each tier is meant to support folks, what content you can find, and ways that you'll be able to really and truly engage in this community. So if you're very much excited and considering becoming a Moonflower member, then next week's episode is going to be really helpful and supportive for you. And then after that, we'll kind of get back to regular programming, talk less about the membership and more just on like self-care and cozy and all those good things. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you as always for being here, and we'll talk more next week. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Moonflower Path podcast. I'm your host, Carolyn, and ways that you can find more support from me and this cozy community are all found in the show notes. Please consider rating, reviewing, and sharing this podcast with a friend. Those are the best ways to show your support for this free and accessible resource. Wishing you a gentle rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting again with you very soon.